So 1 out of 10 do not recommend getting that done. Right, I am officially done being a pincushion. I've got my Italian sausage and my tomato soup. Come, baby, baby, come, baby, come. Well, you gotta give me coffee and you gotta give me some. Excuse me, that's my picnic table. Thank you. Carry on. Oh my gosh, that looks so freaking good. I'm so excited. We are getting a late start today, and it is a gloomy winter day, but let's put the table in as the last thing. All right, load it up, fridge running. Let's get going. All right, we are escaping. I am going out into nature. I am going to sleep under the trees tonight. The light just went out. One moment, please. Whew. I'm Heather. Welcome to my channel, Heather's Hikes and Adventures. And I've had a rough week. So, between work being slammed, January is our busiest month of the year at my full-time job, and this is a record-breaking January, so it's even busier than normal. Between work, trying not to neglect you guys too much, and then my refrigerator at home base going out, losing all of the food that was in it almost. Thank goodness I have a car fridge because I was able to save some stuff. And then my dad brought a cooler over later with ice a little while later once I noticed that I had a problem. And so I was able to save some things, but I had to scrap almost everything. Thank goodness I had not gone to the grocery store yet. I guess procrastination is good sometimes, right? But anyways, enough rambling. Between that, work, just a few personally challenging days, a couple of doctor's appointments, a couple of invasive and unpleasant diagnostic tests. Still no answers. I'm kind of at a low point at the moment, if I'm being honest. My mental health is not in its greatest spot since the last time you guys saw me car camping, when nature had kind of at least calmed the inside of me, even though the outside of me is still a hot mess. So I'm going to stop rambling and get to camp since I'm running so late. But I'm going to go ahead and give you a brief recap of my medical stuff, my doctor's appointments I had this week, to kind of catch you up to speed, and then I'll see you once I get to camp. I am on my way to my very first neurology appointment, and I'm super anxious and nervous. I think I'm having a nerve conduction study done and an EMG test. So I don't know how long I'm going to be there, but I'm hoping to get some answers after today's visit, at least regarding like my numbness and tingling and all of those kind of issues. So wish me luck. I'll keep you guys updated. Also, just FYI, if any of you are longtime watchers of the channel, you may remember probably a year and a half ago when I dropped a can of soup on my big toe and my nail then fell off and it hurt really bad and it was super bruised and horrible for a long time. Well, I'm still dealing with that. The toenail is finally growing back and it decided this week it wants to be an ingrown toenail, and it's killing me this morning. So I'm really hoping whatever nerve conduction EMG testing they have to do for my hands and feet doesn't involve needles in my big toe right now, because I may just pass out. I'm telling you guys, I'm a hot mess. I do think it's because of my chronic illness that it's taken so long to heal, though, because even from where they did the biopsy, you can still see a scar there, and that was like almost 2 years ago, and I've had biopsies before that disappeared like within a month, the little stitch. So anyways, back to heading to my appointment now that the light's turning green. Alright, so 1 out of 10 do not recommend getting that done. It was not fun having needles jabbed into my legs or feet. On the bright side, it doesn't appear to be neurological in origin. Based on my other symptoms and my other labs, the neurologist seems to think that with the outcome of the nerve conduction studies, that it's most likely still going to be rheumatology as my best route to getting my answers. He said my nerves seem to be fine. There doesn't appear to be nerve damage at all, but he could tell from some of the muscle tests that he did, there may be an issue with my back, like a disc or a impinged nerve, something along those lines in my spine, causing some of my muscle issues. But based on everything else, most likely the main culprit is still going to be the whole autoimmune rheumatology route, in addition to getting my thyroid levels back to normal. So, good news, bad news. More money, more tests, another day. Same old, still no real answers. Me again. It's the day after my neurology appointment, which makes it Thursday. I am heading to Quest Diagnostics for some updated lab work. They're going to recheck all of the things that were wonky and way out of whack last time. Hopefully my TSH and other thyroid levels are back in a better range to show that the adjustment's helping. And make sure that my vitamin D and B12 are not still really, really low. And that nothing else is kind of funky and out of whack, since I have developed new symptoms. Use the left 2 lane. As I was saying, since I have developed new symptoms and gotten worse since then. So, just fingers crossed that it's better and not worse. More needles, yay! Right, I am officially done being a pincushion for the week. I have 2 more doctor's appointments next week. You guys, I want to escape reality so bad. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend yet, but I am definitely going to get out into nature this weekend, even if I just sit in a pretty spot and do nothing but zone out. Because that's what I need right now. But on that note, I got a call from the eye doctor. My new prescriptions are in for my lenses. I couldn't decide on a new pair of frames yet, so they're just gonna swap out my current frames with my new lenses, and then I'm gonna pick out a new pair in a month or 2 when I make sure my vision isn't getting any worse and all of that stuff. So I'm on my way to get that now, so I won't have this blurriness from where the coating has worn off, and I'll be able to see you guys a little better when I'm talking to you now. So go do that. Then I'm gonna go home and try to mentally prepare for a full day of work. All right, I have my new lenses in, and I did not get the blue light blocker this time, so you don't see that weird purple glare when I go to the side, which is kind of nice for me. It was a little distracting whenever I was filming. But I think everything looks pretty clear and sharp. I've decided I need Panera on the way home. So I'm getting Panera, and then I'm going to join back up with future Heather to wherever she's headed to escape from all of this doctor's appointments and feeling like poop, because I'm over it this week. It has not been a great week for me, and I'm ready to turn that around. Let's do that. All right. We are on a race against the clock for sunset. We've only got about 45 minutes, if that, because it's super cloudy, so it's probably going to get dark before then. but I want to at least get in a beautiful view for a few minutes, sit and take a breath among the trees, and then we'll go get set up at camp. In the meantime, I've got the windows down and I am enjoying the cool breeze. That's right, it's cool. It is 50. Ooh, it's a little breezy, but it is 58 Fahrenheit, so I am loving that. And let's see what we can see, shall we? My plan for tonight, I see that I have chopped off part of my head, but I don't feel like adjusting the camera at the moment. My plan of action for the evening is to hopefully spot a bear. A bear wouldn't be bad. I meant to say a bear or a deer in the form of a buck with nice antlers. It's almost time in Florida for them to be losing theirs before they regrow them again, so it's probably one of my last chances for now. Fred's getting a little excited too. See a pretty scenic spot to relax at for a minute, get to camp, get settled, and then we're gonna cook some comfort food. I'm gonna do some tomato soup with a grilled cheese sandwich. So that is my plan of attack, and we are almost to the scenic spot that I have in mind. Looking for a beer. I'm so silly. It looks like a wintry, blustery day like the rest of the country is going to be getting. I think we're in for some storms, but no snow. All right, let's see if I have enough strength to get to the pretty sight before sunset. Can see behind that sandy patch is a gopher burrow, a gopher tortoise burrow. Oh, maybe another day. In fact, I had a minimal hike planned for the day after tomorrow. Depending on how I did this time, I can already tell you I'm not ready. I only strolled a teeny bit to get to the lake and then sat for a little while and then strolled back, and it was more effort than I would like to admit. So I think I'll hold off on showing you that hike a little bit longer still, but enough, I digress. Let's get to camp and get settled because I'm getting hungry. Oh, I am I'm definitely pushing my luck getting here this late. Good thing it's a campground I'm comfortable with. Get my window cover up in the front, and I'm gonna run to the bathroom to make sure I know where it is from my site. And then I'm gonna come back and quickly get set up so that I can start dinner. But we made it. We're in nature. I'm surrounded by trees. Alright, I got my Lucy light. Let's see if it's even charged up. It hasn't gotten much sun the last couple of days. Well, she's a lighten up, but according to my battery thing, she's almost dead. So we're not going to use her tonight. I lied. We set up first. I got all the window covers in except the ones in the back. I moved my dinner stuff back here since I'm going to cook in the minivan tonight. Got my lights up. Now I'm going to run to the bathroom. All right, we made it. We are back in Terra for the evening. I've got the fan going. It's actually a little toasty in here at the moment, so it'll take a while for it to start getting cold tonight, I think, in here. I've got my water set up. I've got dinner tonight is just going to be some tomato basil, and I have some ground sausage that I have left over from a previous meal that I cooked a couple days ago. So I'm going to throw a little bit of that Italian sausage in the soup. I'm going to cook it in my little Jewel kettle, and while that is going, once that is nice and hot and bubbling, I'm going to make a grilled cheese sandwich to go with it, I think. We'll see. I'm a little tired, but that's the plan. We'll see how the whole prep for this gets started. And I have a special treat for myself since I'm trying to cut back on beer when I go camping for now. I have a sparkling blackberry fizzy Izzy, Izzy, I don't know. One of those. They're yummy. Try one. But first I need some sustenance to make dinner. I'm so weak. I really do feel awful peeing right now though, so I've got one of my little apple strawberry pouches on deck from Greenwise, aka Publix's organic brand. So, cheers. That is going to hit the spot while we get the soup cooked. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. I've got my Italian sausage and my tomato soup, and I made the executive decision to have grilled cheese for brunch tomorrow because that's going to be enough to fill me up, and I'm hungry now. I let that cool because I don't know if you can see all the steam coming off of it on camera right now, but it is very hot. I don't think I needed to keep it cooking as long as I did. I forgot how fast that little jewel is. Get it? Cheers. I'm going to work on some editing while I wait for that to cool. I'm going to eat dinner, decompress a little bit, and then I plan to check back in with you before I climb into bed for the night, but we'll see how that goes. Normally, once I've had an exhausting week and I finally relax, I'm down for the count, so TBD. Hits the spot, but still too hot. I'm a poet and didn't know it. By the way, I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if you noticed it or not, probably only little bits and pieces, but look at my newest shirt. It says, "Guess who's back?" I thought it was very appropriate for today's video. And then we've got stress, anxiety, doubt, sorrow, fear, and anger, because these guys keep popping in and bugging me when I'm trying to get rid of them. So I saw this and I thought, oh, perfect. And then when I decided to do today's video, after the week that I had and needing, a break and to decompress in my happy place, aka nature, I thought, well, this is kind of perfect. So anyways, I just wanted to show you before I put my sweatshirt on because I'm finally starting to get a little chilly in here now that the warmth of my soup has worn off, and now that, well, it's been dark for a while and it's getting colder. It's starting to get colder in here too. Let's see what the temperature is. It says it's 70 back there. I don't know if I believe that. I'm not sure where my other thermometer is at the moment. I think it's in one of my bins that I use for my less minimal, I said that weird, setups. But I'm going to put this up here for now and we'll see if it changes any. TBD. We'll check it again for sure in the morning though. I think it's supposed to drop down to, I want to say like 46, 47 Fahrenheit. So chilly, but if we're starting at 70 and I'm just now starting to feel a little chill in my t-shirt, I'm not worried. I do have my heated blanket, my hot water bottle, and my heating pad tucked right in here for easy access from bed, but I honestly don't anticipate needing any of those tonight, so should be a nice peaceful night. I've got a beautiful view of trees in the morning as soon as I take the covers off. All right, let me get my sweatshirt on, and then I think I'm going to climb back there in a minute. We'll see. I know the minute I do, I'm going to fall asleep. I kind of want to watch a little bit of TV, YouTube, and unwind for a little bit, so. Hi there. I had to get, oh, that's right. She's back. The polar seltzer. My tank ran out of my make your own seltzer this week, so I have to order a new tank off Amazon. I have to figure out how to do the refillable one on there because it's cheaper that way if you exchange your empty one for the new one. And then, you know, my little go-to, it was on sale, so I couldn't help it. Sorry about the crappy lighting. All right, back to YouTube with my chocolate and my strawberry watermelon seltzer. Good morning. Yes, I think we all expected me to fall asleep, let's be honest. But you can see it's early morning and the sun is going to be, well, I would say the sun's going to be coming out soon, but I think it's going to be cloudy all day today and then start raining maybe tonight. So with that said, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick and then let's see if we can find any critters from the car. And then, of course, coffee. Back from the restroom, so let's take a look at the aftermath from last night. I just fell asleep right on top of that blanket and used that one to cover up. Hi, Flora. I grabbed my creamer from the back just now, and we're using this kettle today instead of my Joule one because, well, that still has the remnants of the tomato soup in it last night that I didn't wash out because I fell asleep too fast. I got that set up though for the coffee, so we are going to get some water in here, make some coffee, and then go look for critters. And also, for the record, I still do really like this kettle. It does only use a little over 300 watts. Technically, it's supposed to be 300, but really it's like 350, 330. That's all right. Huh. Oh, it would help if I turned on the inverter. Now we've got the blue light. All right, let's get that on a flat surface where it's not going to spill. And I'm going to start tidying up enough to drive to the trailhead. Come, baby, baby, come, come, come. Well, you gotta give me coffee and you gotta give me some. You gotta give me coffee and you gotta give me some. See, coffee instantly perks me up, even before I have the first sip. All right, we are ready to rock. I just need to do a quick bit of straightening and frothing. And then let's hit it. God, I love my AeroPress. One trick I use since I'm super forgetful lately is when I don't want this door to be able to open or close, I'll manually lock it like that from the inside, and then that way, even when I use my key fob, it won't open. So if I want to put my window covers there for a quick trip somewhere, that's what I'll do. I'll just kind of slide some stuff over there, and then I don't have to worry about accidentally opening the door somewhere and having everything fall out because I forgot. So with that said, drop that down there. Drop it down low. And the other one hanging around to its spot. Look, my Lucy lights are still on. I love those string lights so much. All right, I took off the curtains on the one side, but I still got to rip that one down and then take those off once I get my butt up there in a sec. Oh, look, there I am in the reflection. Hi. Well, this should come as no surprise to you, but it's been another 20 minutes and I haven't moved. I'm having motivation issues. And I guess since the purpose of this video was because I needed a break, that's what I'm letting myself do, just take a break. It's such an icky day out that I don't think it'll be too crowded if I wait until after the park officially opens to go look at the view and take a quick little drive. I'm just enjoying sitting here for a minute and not having to do something. I don't have an appointment I have to go to. I don't have anything on the schedule at the exact moment. Nothing is due. I don't have to log in and issue a bunch of policies that are overdue and rushed. I can just listen to the birds and look at trees. I would also normally put all of this up in its proper place and not leave it on hooks, but since I'm only going to be going about 10 miles an hour down the park road into another parking lot, I think I'm okay. Everything else is put down and ready to go, although I do need to make my bed still. Excuse me, that's my picnic table. Thank you. Carry on. I never showed you around my site. Let's do that now. We've got picnic table, fire ring I did not use, place for your hammock, my simple setup. We've got a post over here that I don't know what the purpose is for technically, but for me it's to hang my fairy lights. And then I've got a site that just backs up to a little side nature trail behind the campground. Hi, I can see you all now. It's not super dark. Sorry about the crap lighting for the last few minutes. I'm turning on my rechargeable hand warmer right now for one of my hands. It's only 50 degrees Fahrenheit, but my hands feel completely numb. But that happens even when I'm in like a 76 Fahrenheit temperature controlled building these days. So, you know. I'm thinking when I get back to camp, I might still do that grilled cheese because I really want to try out my new appliance, my Dash Mini egg bite maker. I'm not going to make egg bites this time because I didn't bring eggs, and I want to try them with, I think, like shredded cheese and like maybe little bacon bits or something. So maybe some spinach too. Ooh, that would be good. But anyways, I'm not ready for that right now. But I do want to give it a try. So I have some bread and some sliced cheese and some butter. So there you go. I'm thinking grilled cheese, baby. I don't know what's happening there, but there's a group of like 20 people standing together. There must be a birding trip or a hiking group or something going on. Boy, the parking lot's full and the park's only been open. I guess the park's been open for an hour. Never mind. Well, that explains the lack of wildlife. I was wondering why I hadn't seen any deer or anything. Turkey, nothing. I guess it's because 8 million cars have already gone by that little road. All right, well, let's see. Hopefully the beautiful view that I have planned for us won't be too crowded yet, but if not, I think I know a secluded spot anyways. And then we can always head back to camp. Let me just be clear. For the record, I am not complaining about the gloomy, cloudy weather and the incoming storm, because this is the same system that is a polar vortex to the majority of the country, creating blizzard conditions not too far north of me and west of me. So I'm going to be happy with my rain and my thunderstorms. All right, well, that plan was a major fail. There's some kind of event or something going on up here today, so it's already quite crowded everywhere. We're just gonna head back to camp. I'm gonna be lazy for a little bit, and then I will rejoin you when it's time to try out my new appliance to make a grilled cheese sandwich in a little bit. All right, I've made the executive decision to make it inside Tara instead of out there because I'm still cold. We're gonna go with a little Vermont sharp white cheddar and some smoked provolone. I think I'm gonna do 1 slice of each. And, oh yeah, let me grab my bread. I only brought 2 slices with me, and then we've got our quote-unquote butter right there. My trusty plate for prep and eating off of. Unfortunately, I just dumped all of my utensils into the bottom of my basket, so we're going with a plastic knife, even though that's not going to be the greatest to spread butter in the cold. What are you going to do? All right, let's give this a go, shall we? I don't think the butter's going to get any softer than it is now. I keep calling it butter, but it's not. I really should switch to just plain old whole milk butter again. I didn't realize, but this thing clicks open. There's a little lever here that you can push, and it locks closed, which my griddle does not do, so I like that a lot. My game plan is to put this butter side down on the griddle, then layer the cheese on, and then put that one down, since it'll lock into place here, and then that way, hopefully, I won't need to worry about it sticking, and it'll get nice and crispy on both sides. Fingers crossed, we're going to see how this appliance works. Let's see how many watts it's pulling. Right as I said that, it clicked off, meaning that it is at temperature. So let's get it started first, and then we'll check the watts. Ooh, sizzle, baby, sizzle. I'm doing a horrible job filming, aren't I? All right. Let's lock this into place. It clicked shut. All right, and then when this clicks back on to stay at temperature, I'll let you know how many watts it pulls. That was a missed opportunity when I first started. All right, so it looks like we are pulling right at about 430-ish watts. I think it was supposed to be either 400 or 450. I'll put it below, and then I'll also try it out on my Jackery later on. In such a tiny, teeny space like this, you've got to clean up as you go. So I am going to put these back in the fridge along with that. And I'm going to substitute it for another polar ice. I don't know why I always want to call it polar ice. A polar seltzer to drink. But first, let's check on this because I hear it sizzling and I'm curious. Oh, mama. All right. I'm going to do a couple more minutes, and then I think I might flip it anyways, just to see if it heats evenly, you know, to kind of better the chances there. All right, I'm going to flip it and see how that goes. All right, say a prayer for me that this flips. Oh yeah, it's definitely crispier on this side, so the bottom still crisps better. I'm glad I flipped it. Oh my gosh, that looks so freaking good. I'm so excited. All right, I think it's safe to assume we are good. It is crispy on the outside, gooey on the inside. Let's take this baby off and eat it for brunch, shall we? Look at that, hardly anything to clean up. As soon as it cools down, I'm going to be able to just wipe it off with a paper towel for now, and then I'll take a little vinegar water to it in a minute. But oh my gosh, do you guys see that? No lie, or as the kids would say these days, no cap. The grilled cheese, this is almost as good as air fryer grilled cheese, and I thought that was the best grilled cheese possible. I can't believe that there's like no mess to clean up afterwards. Like it just wipes right off. I can't do this one-handed while I'm filming, but you get the picture. All right, I would say that that was a success. And I still have a beautiful view. And all of the sounds of nature. But I am so much warmer, cozier, and toastier here inside. But with that said, I'm going to stop stalling, finish packing up, and then hit the road. All right, friends and adventurers, thank you so much for hanging out with me the last 24 hours. This was so needed. I'm not going to talk about what a rough week it was anymore. This is the perfect way to have ended it. I have a nice long weekend this weekend to try and rest up, recuperate, and keep this state of mind I've got going on right now the rest of the weekend. But as always, I want to thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. Thanks for sticking with me through this kind of weird, funky, uncertain time in my life where I really have no idea what each day is going to bring in terms of how I feel, what I can do, what new challenges are going to arise. And I really appreciate you guys coming along with me while I experience it and figure it the heck out. I will see you next time for the next adventure. Till then, bye for now.